I've been drinking whole week. Sorry, you have to do most of the talking because I feel took off.
I know. Hey, funny. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Jabari Show. I am Jabari, and that is Jabari, a recovering sickaholic.
Cough addict.
Yeah. What a year it's been. So sorry. So sorry. It's been so hectic, though. You've had a hectic season. I've had a sort of hectic. Yeah, I think you've had a hectic season.
Oh, yeah.
You're famous. You starred in 3 popular music videos. You're mainstream now. And you're listed in the credits. Crazy.
Does that mean it's been a hectic season?
I mean, y'all have been, like, pumping out.
Well, the videos that we did was for Josiah.
But still,
So,
I mean, it's still part of the project.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking, like, was it like a Brandon thing? I guess it doesn't really matter. But no, it was cool. Being in the drift car was cool. Sending that message after to be like, hey, I went on a video shoot. I also ended up in a drift car. So, yeah. Nah, but it was fun. I did it for the scene that you saw.
Yeah.
And then, because they already paid for the cars to be there, I asked the guy and he was like, yeah, man, you can get that. Like, he was like, oh, he'll just do like a couple like loops around with me outside of the video. And I was like, yeah, if I could get that. So, I have a video of myself just in the car. He did like 2-3 donuts. And then that was about it. By that time, the tires was just down to rims.
Yeah.
Because the lady was like, oh, it's sparking. Oh my gosh. I was not this. I think it's because I'm talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. So.
Yeah. I saw Encore is on 2 million views. That's.
No, it's a good song.
Yeah.
The day that I heard the song, like fully, was the day before it released.
Okay.
Every other time
You
that
heard it cut.
I heard it in cuts.
Stop. Okay.
Also, the song doesn't feel like 4 or 5 minutes long, to be honest. It's like a 5-minute long song.
Yes, 5 minutes 20. I guess.
Well, take out the part where it's the intro.
The intro, the video.
No, but it's pushing 5 minutes, and you never know. But we had like a watch party the day before, and Josiah was like, hey, you have like any thoughts or anything like that? And everybody was kind of watching. I'm like, we could change things. Like, you have to deliver this in like 12 hours. What do you mean? He'd be like, yeah, babe, say something. Like, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
So the robotic arm, where it's like, I think it goes in and it goes around.
Yeah.
That initially was, there was more cuts there. And I believe David suggested, like, let that robot breathe, because our robot's so expensive that you kind of have to show that this is one move, like, doing this thing. And then the audio at the end with Marshall talking to Minchell, that wasn't there. It had no credits there. Yes, not a lot of things. Oh, also, in the mass camp, minor thing, but it did change it a lot, where it was like Marshall reacting, and then you see like the costume move.
Yeah.
I think, so the first draft was that, and then I think we changed it to the costume move, then you see him react. It was something like that. Whatever it is in the video, it was swapped before.
Okay, it was the opposite?
Yeah. So it was like very minor things, but it did kind of
add to it.
Yeah. So I'm happy to be a part. Also to make it in the video. I think I just want to sneak into music videos as well too. we did a commercial thing for him, and I didn't end up in it because that was just like a long day. I was kind of dying. The place was hot.
For Josiah or Marshall?
No, for Josiah.
Okay.
But yeah, nah, I think the music videos is I'll try to sneak in. Not sneak in, but I'll just be like,
Try to be a part at some
yeah, try to
scene.
find me in the shot. So yeah, we'll see. If we have more, that'll be great. Yeah, and now it's just a carnival and just figuring out all of the things that I have to do and going to events. I think it'll be my most involved carnival. Just shooting wise, cause
Yeah.
yeah, I just going to different events, following like a group of girls from the States. Getting content of them, getting videos of them, planning out like what we have to get on the day, and then just referencing like I need water, I think.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was. I mean, technically. Yeah, I'm gonna say technically you could still talk. People.
Yeah, no. And then just referencing the videos that I would have like written down or they would have written down. And just figuring out like, oh, what shots do we need? And
Yeah.
like if we're comparing different events, what shots do we need at the first event? Oh yeah. Big up this on you one time. 0 sodium by the way. Not that I feel like that matters. Yeah, figuring out what shots that we need, and then if we're doing like a comparison video, make sure to get those exact same shots.
Yeah.
So you have a proper comparison, get like the atmosphere, what the event is like, what the vibes are like.
Right.
If there's like a disaster, what is the traffic situation to get there? Probably like an outfit of what you wore, and then a post-game interview, like right after the event. Just
Give me your first thoughts of it.
yeah, thoughts of everything. Just get out of the way, and then that's the video. So I think it's like 6 or 7 videos. It is literally about 6 or 7 videos that we have, like the bigger ones that we have to do, where it's like I'm editing and everything. And then a lot of stuff is just story posts, photo posts for the stories, and just showing off like what we're doing for the season.
Yeah. You know, it took me a while to get that 6-7 thing. I was like, oh,
It doesn't
no, that
mean
is-
anything.
I don't want to say that is just it.
Yeah, it is.
I don't even know where it came from. I just saw people.
A boy said it, and then it just became popular.
Nice. Great.
6-7 is like the modern day Nyan Cat.
I don't even know what that is.
You know what Nyan Cat is? I feel like if I play Nyan Cat for you, then maybe my brain has just been rotten.
But does it?
You know this?
I know the character.
This is Nyan Cat. This is the modern day Nyan Cat.
Okay.
So 14 years ago, 22 million views, and this is just the one video. There's more like
Just that going on.
yeah, that's all it is. Like 3 minutes long. Yeah, no, that's all it is.
Nice.
So that's what I could equate it to. For people that know what Nyan Cat is, that's all I like.
Great.
Yeah, it's just something that you acknowledge and you're like, all right, cool. But also, the 6-7 one is just, you don't really realize how often you say 6-7.
I don't say 6-7 very often at all. What do you
It
speak
comes
for yourself?
No, it comes up so often. Like, oh, what you feel about that? I'm like, 6 or 7. Like you're rating things or like,
No.
no? Alright.
No.
Nah, it comes up too much in my not daily,
life.
but I'd say 6, 7 at least twice a week.
All right. What's your hot take for the week?
Women should be bald at least once in their life.
I agree.
Like I just had to see a bean, you know.
I don't want to see it being. I just think it's a humbling experience to go through for some people. It's like, you know what? I did it. I understand the struggle.
I just want to see a bean now. I just want to sometimes you just want to know what is under
What the
the
shape
hood.
of your head looks
Yeah, like what if your hair just long?
Yeah, like a guy that always has a fro and then he finally cuts it out. It's like, oh, that is what your head shape like.
Yeah,
Okay, now I know.
That's it. You
Yep.
should do it at least once.
Okay.
I just want to see a bean. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, that's you have one?
Yeah, my hot take.
Or is it like a tech hot take?
I mean, it could be a
I
tech.
didn't know if you wanted a tech hot take or like just a random general hot take.
Okay, I have a tech hot take, which is you really don't need to buy a phone every 5 years. Well,
5 years is real long.
Nah, dog. You could keep it. You could keep all of your phone. Okay, let me.
For more than 5 years?
3 years,
Alright.
minimum.
Alright, 3
3
years
years
is fine. No,
Yeah.
but okay. But if I buy like an iPhone 14 when the iPhone 15 is out, I have to wait until the 18.
Okay.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Alright,
It's 5 generations. Yeah.
No, but I would have had the phone. Like, are you going based on how long I have the phone or how long since the phone came out?
Okay, I was going based on more on.
Because
how long
some people they budget buy.
Yeah, I was going.
Like if
more,
the 17 is out, but I now buy the 14 because that's what I could
Yeah,
afford.
yeah.
Do I wait until the
I was more
20?
going with the year that it was released. So let's say you buy a phone.
The year it was released.
Yeah, what's the newest one? 16.
Is only 17 out?
I don't know.
I think it's 17 is the new one, yeah.
Oh yeah, 17. Yeah, if you buy the 17,
I hope I'm in the camera.
you do not need to go and upgrade next year or the year after.
Oh no, definitely not.
Stop it.
Unless you have Apple Care.
I do not care if you have.
No,
Apple.
but I mean like if you have Apple Care and it costs you like what, 100 US to upgrade the phone, then it's whatever. No?
No, me personally, no. No.
I was just thinking like
I
what-
don't know. Maybe it's because of how I was raised. I feel like when it's starting to cause issues in your life, like you have to kind of go out of your way to use your
Yeah.
phone. Then, dog, hang it up.
I could agree with the laptop for 5 years though.
Laptop for 5
But that's
years.
just modern. They like them. That's the new like Apple chips.
Yeah.
Like those ones just kind of hold and straight.
Mm-hmm.
That one you could
I mean, how long have I mean, my laptop is only 3 years, so. Yeah.
oh
Well,
Oh,
going
my-
on 3 years this year.
yeah. But Windows is slow down faster than Macs, no?
I
I don't know. I feel like I had a Windows and it was decent, and then 2 years went by and it just went down the hill.
Yeah.
And I was just like, ooh, this is really not like.
Yeah.
This
But
is not keeping up.
Maybe I haven't experienced it yet because
You back kind of
Because-
spec out one.
yeah, it's like when I bought my computer, it was like almost on like the bleeding edge of laptop technology at the point in time where like the highest processor you could get is a Core i9 and I just did Core i7 because I was like, I realistically don't need
That much.
this much firepower
Yeah.
at this point in time or at any point in time that I could foresee. And if I do get to the point where I need all this power,
Yeah.
then, sell it and try to do something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my hot take. I think people are just,
Yeah, definitely not every year. 3 years, I think is fine.
I think you could do 5.
But 5 years, I mean, if you could do 5, then great, but I feel like 5 is pushing it. I mean,
Nah, if
it
you
depends.
actually take care of
When
yourself.
apps start to crash, then look to like,
Okay, sure.
yeah. Because that depends. Like, apps could start to crash in 4 years, 5 years. But yeah, once apps are like starting to be buggy, then you know it's your time. Because the apps need to update. Like, they will not open if they don't update at some point.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I also feel like everybody should be posting online. Not to be famous, but because it's free online storage.
Fair.
That's what I think
Valid
about
point.
it. Like, Instagram is free.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't care if you train your AI models on me, like whatever. I just want free online storage.
Yeah, dump everything, make
Yeah.
your Instagram private, follow no one, tell no
Yeah,
one
yeah.
that it actually exists.
No, I leave it public.
No, I
thinking,
just
like,
saying,
if
like,
if
no,
I
I-
were to go, somebody can now look back and be like, alright, he had a full life. Like, he
Yeah.
went to all these places, he saw these things.
Yeah, but also when you say free storage, I then thought about it. Where like if you are a photo hoarder, you'd lock the profile,
Oh yeah, you
you
can do that
don't
too.
follow anybody, you don't tell anybody
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they exist, and then it's like, alright, storage looking full. Dump all your pictures on there, have
Yeah.
it private, and then
And just do your carousels could be like 20 pictures.
yep.
So like we say, you took a lot of images for the day, just dump everything. The quality is not gonna be best, but I feel like it's just about
It's just
seeing
seeing
what
it,
happened.
Yeah, because even if you did 500, like okay, even if you did 5 posts, right?
And it's like
And
20 posts each.
that's 100 images
Yeah,
in 5 posts.
that's what I'm thinking. That's plenty.
Yeah,
So, I don't know.
you have a point with that. I never thought about that. No.
Free online storage is just it'll be terrible quality, but
I
we
mean,
need
it's just-
Google for anymore.
Yeah, yeah. That is a fair point.
I feel like these things weren't so easy to take off before, no?
No, you save it on glue.
Oh, true. That's kind of wild, that like everything is getting so cheap but more expensive at the same time. Like cheaper to make.
Shrinkflation, according to some people.
I mean, it's still the same 500 ml, but it's half as much plastic and. Oh my gosh, that one was rough. I mean, I like how they marketed the using less plastic as better for the earth, though. I mean, it is, but they're using less plastic because they wanted to save on the money of using less plastic.
Yes.
But they're like, hey, but how can we
Easy
make
marketing,
this
like-
sound good? Like,
Yeah, marketing.
like guys, we're
They get
using
it.
less plastic, so it's better for the earth. Like, duh.
Yeah.
So, but they don't even do it anymore. Because it used to be like on the label, like, oh, like how much times less plastic and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, marketing did their big one.
Yeah. I'm trying to do some social videos for my coach. I don't know, just something I wanted to try out. It's also how I pay for my training.
Oh, nice. That's fair exchange.
Yeah, bartering.
Yeah.
I make videos, he trains me.
How's they been coming on? You doing it on your phone?
Yeah. I don't overdo it. I'm like, use the camera. And the phone is just easy.
Yeah, because I have some clips on the phone that I'm gonna use for a
Yeah.
video that I have in my head
Oh, dude.
that I want to do.
Yeah.
In certain instances, I was like, when I was walking around New York, I was like, dog, I really don't want to take out this camera.
Oh,
And it was just easier to just take the phone,
yeah.
film whatever it is. I film it in log or whatever.
And then you just edit it after.
Yeah, although looking back on some of the footage, I did not change the white balance.
Yeah, but it's in long, so you should be able to change it.
Yeah.
Well, not change it, because that's really raw. But
But tweak it.
yeah, you should be able to tweak it more than the others.
Yeah, because I went back to look at it on the computer. I was like, huh, These clips are purple. They're not
Oh.
purple, but you know, it have a hue of
Yeah.
violet in it. And I just say like, well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Future me will have fun with that and dealing with that. You know.
So the videos that I did were this one here. That was with the camera.
Oh, we should put on the glasses. Yep.
Yeah, so it was that one, this one, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Well, they're doing pretty decent.
So yeah, I mean, I like and I share them, and I also just tell them to like if somebody comments, I tell them to comment.
Respond back to it, yeah. Because John was responding back to
He has to do it.
John was responding back to a lot of his comments.
Yeah, and they just
And
push
that
it out
took
more
that-
and more.
Yeah, that took that to the moon.
Yeah.
Still kind of surprised how well that photo did.
No, because it looked good.
Had a subtitle.
I think this one is the most popular one that we did. Do you know the sound?
Oh wait. Kinda. It sounds familiar.
Some Family Matters.
Okay, yes, I know it.
And as the days go by. So, I mean, it seems to have like decent likes on it. I'm leaning more on the entertainment, but also showing you that like he could knock you out whenever he's ready. So it has this one here. And this one is the most popular one here. Up. But there's different types of people like in the gym.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and people are kind of like, they could relate. Because they're like, oh, I am this person and I am that person.
Okay.
And then I want him to do like motivational talk. Not motivational. Just sit down and talk to the camera.
Yeah.
This is what I'm working on. This is where I'm at. Also, here's an update from the last video. From the thing that I said that I wanted to work on. And that's really just to connect with people because that helps as well.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't just post entertainment the whole time.
Yeah.
And then boxing tips.
Yeah.
So you have your entertainment, you have your videos to connect.
Yeah, nice.
And then you have your
balance.
boxing tips so that people know that you're really about that life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I recorded like 6 more videos with him. Monday or Tuesday. I think it was like Monday.
Oh,
yeah, I think it was Tuesday.
I see him replying and like.
Yeah, and I told him.
Yeah.
Like I'll let it sit down for like 12 hours or so and be like, hey, go and respond to that person, thanks. Because I don't have his login, I want him to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to like take up that responsibility, to be honest.
Yeah. And then you become a social media marketer.
Yeah, nah. So I just help come up with ideas. He would send me ideas that he wants to do. And I'll be like, all right, this is how I think we could make it like fit to you and what you want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did like 6 videos in 45 minutes last week. Because he sends me things, I send him things, and then we just like, I script it out. These are the shots that I need. And then from the time we go in there, it's just to go in, get these shots, and then I gone. So we don't have to record anything, to be honest, for the next 5 weeks. Even though I said 6 videos, it's because one of the videos is supposed to come out randomly in one of the weeks.
Okay.
So, yeah, everything is kind of batched up. I just have to add music to one of the videos. But
Okay.
other than that, everything else is done. So, and then he's going to collaborate with the gym as well. So that way it gets more traction that way too. And so, yeah, I just want them to promote as much as possible. And because I'm there now, I'm just like, all right, we could do all of these things until I leave.
Okay.
So that's really all I'm trying to do is just like push and learn as much as I can so that way when that time does come, not that they like need me.
But they have some kind of grasp or understanding on how it should work or flow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also for myself too, because I want to learn about it.
Yeah.
Like how to go about doing it and making it look cool and so
Yeah.
yeah. Because ideally, well, Donald would like to go pro and travel to fight. But it's hard to do that like if nobody knows you.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to put yourself out there. And if you don't know how to,
Yeah.
like he's down for whatever, but because he's always training for himself or training other people, and then he also has his other like things going on in his life. Yeah, I think it's just helpful to have somebody they could just kind of call and be like, I need to get this thing done. I need your help.
Yeah.
You know, because not everybody could ask for help. So it's really just being there for him in that capacity.
Yeah. What would you say is what would you say is an editing, I don't want to say trend, but let's just call it a trend that we could leave in 2025?
Leave?
Yeah. That you see some people editing and doing, and it's like, dog, let's just not do this. It could be photo, video.
I don't know. I don't feel like I watch anything bad to say like, let's leave it. I don't know. Maybe my thinking is if it's working for you, then cool.
Do you think? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if your editing is trash, but you booking high-paying clients, then who am I to tell you
Yeah.
what to do? Because you clearly get any work that I want. So maybe I need to dumb down my editing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I can't think of a trend. Because my brain is also, I forget about the trends as they're done.
Okay. I just want the
Oh my gosh.
I just want the too many cuts to stop. The too
Oh, yeah.
many cuts need to
Okay,
stop.
no, okay, as you said that, the too many cuts and the yelling.
Yeah.
So I could only take so much yelling in a day, boy, like, jeez, and it just, it had a, there was this guy on TikTok, I was watching him, and every time I watch his videos, my eyes would just hurt. And it's because, it's not that he has plenty cuts, but like he will say like a long sentence, cut to another long sentence of thing, but every time,
It's like a punch in, punch out kind of thing. Okay.
not even that. It's like a slow zoom out. So he'll say this long sentence, and as he's saying that, he'll start
slowly
here,
fan out
and it'll get wider.
and then cut back in.
And he'll cut back in again for the next sentence, and then come back out. And then do this. And I'm just like, as I talk, my eyes hurt watching this. Like, this is not fun.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, some videos that I've seen on Instagram, I'm just saying like, oh my gosh, I am getting a headache from.
Yeah. it's like, just hit me 5 words at a time, please. Because not every word needs to be like a...
Yeah, and then I'm like, I don't even remember what the last scene was because
Yeah, no, it's too much. It's too
you
much
cut
going on.
away from it.
Yeah, it's too much going on, and it's just a lot. So I don't like to have like a bunch of shots. Like if somebody's talking, if I could get a long bit of them talking, cool.
And then if it have like any R's
Yeah,
or long pauses, you cut that.
I try to cut that out.
sections Yeah.
And just even in my own personal work, I would rather a shot be 10 seconds long and just let it breathe.
Yeah.
Like if it's somebody picking up like a glass of water, just hold the shot and just let her breathe. Just let one shot, person walks in the frame, pick up the glass, and they sit down or whatever.
And I say depending on
they
how
walk
far they
in,
walk in.
then you switch the shot so they get in the front view. Then you switch to like the hand picking up the thing, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, my head hurts. I don't need to see everything. Like I know what's going on from the first, like, let me like
the
figure
glass
it out.
being in the frame tells
Yeah,
me what's probably going to happen.
I don't need to track them the whole time.
Yeah.
One nice looking frame, let them walk in, do what they gotta do, and maybe like if they go to sit down, then you can cut.
Yeah.
So that's just me. That's my style. I wouldn't like overdo it too much.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, I've been trying to like practice like holding the
like feel uncomfortable a little bit.
Yeah, because in my well, the video that I'm working on, like some of the B-roll, I was tempted to do like a whip pan or like and I was like, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna just hold it here and let the waves crash on the beach for about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It wasn't 2 seconds. It was like more like 15 seconds. I was like, 15 seconds to just still.
Just let the shot breathe.
And then I was like, you know what? 15 seconds is a long time, but I have 15 seconds of a still shot that I could literally do.
I could use for anything now.
Yeah, I could literally just throw music behind it, put it in vertical, throw some inspirational words, Instagram post.
And you're real good there, but no one's everything that cut. I'm just like, dog, just editing that alone is just hell.
Yeah.
So you ever see like those movie edits?
Oh yeah, when it's like
that's how
this stacking, and then just like
regular
this little piece of a clip, and then 15 layers of music behind the shot.
Just give me a beautiful looking image or video, and just keep it basic, please. Like it could be a man cracking an egg. Just let it be that, please. Like I don't need anything more. Thank you very much. That's it. That's all. I think that's all I can hold for the coffin. Like,
no, that's fine.
The body is shutting down.
It's also pretty late. Thank you for joining us on another episode. We'll catch you all on the next one.
Thank you for putting up with my coughs.
And thank you for Bronson Studio for letting us use your space.
And that's the end of my water.
All right.
Oh, my throat hurts now from
coughing.
Yeah.
Great. I'm Jabari. That's Jabari. Catch
and
you all
this
in
is
the next
Dasani.
one. Yeah.